The best and freshest content are what makes the Pinch of Random channel be so good. From funny skits, blogs, gaming videos, cooking videos, and just the right blend of friends on a podcast, discover the A Pinch of That podcast. Flavorful jokes and savory bits of randomness that make you feel great. Because they've got great things in them.
Welcome back to the Pinch of That podcast. Oh, this is episode 32.5. Don't interrupt. Because the champ will get at you. This is the Halloween episode. And if you don't know what that means, it means we are spooking up a storm. And I'll tell you what. This is the spookinest, spankinest, slappinest, scariest, candiest ass episode you could find around. Tonight, we got the regulars, plus Money, and the champ himself, Nacho Man Randy Savage. Don't mess with me. Don't trick me tonight. Because I will find you and the champ will beat you. He will trick or treat you. Don't worry, because he will seat you. I will find and TP here.
This is the whole episode.
This is the intro still.
Alright.
The Nacho Man don't know when he's going.
I know.
He only knows how to get to the top with the cream of the crop.
It's over.
Oh, God.
Hey.
Oh boy.
And we're done.
This was the Halloween episode.
Okay, now who's gonna actually read the thing?
It's the Halloween special, guys. We're telling scary stories, and we're going first. The X-Man over here said he had a story to tell us. Go
I
ahead.
didn't have a story to tell you guys.
Is that Cerebro?
That's for the Patreon. If you follow the Patreon.
Stop, dude, stop. Just read the
Follow us
thing.
on Patreon.
Read the thing.
Give us money.
Dude, the real creepy story was what happened to episode 29.
Damn it. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Am I reading this?
Yes, you are.
No, I thought he was telling his own story.
No, you're telling me
No,
your
no,
own
no,
scary
no,
story.
We're starting
Oh,
with
wait,
personal
what?
stories. We're starting
I
with
can't go
personal
off a
stories.
blank. I need a cue card.
Personal story?
Personal story?
I have
You could
one.
come up with something on the spot.
It's very short.
Wait, Maria
There was this
has a short personal story.
Oh,
If
no.
you-
Take it
I
away.
don't wanna
Take it away,
tell
Maria.
it.
Go for it.
I already know it's already
It's
It
the
mentally
Maria.
scarred me for life.
Well, he gathers his bearings.
I don't have a story.
Maria can come up with a story. Tell us her story.
How about we just call it like a
No,
scene?
you're coming up
And
with a
like-
story.
like,
Get back in your freaking cage and write stories.
Okay, Maria, what was your story? Your short story. It's a short
I have
story.
like that issue
So-
sometimes.
I was just sitting on the couch. Everyone else was kind of at work, I think. My brother was sitting on the couch. I was sitting on another couch. And all I hear is like whispers in my ear. Someone saying my name over and over and over again. You're just going, Maria,
That was me.
Maria. You weren't here. I think Cameron was in the restroom at the
That's
other
the
side of the room.
excuse.
You were over there.
Was I here? No, I
You
don't
were
think
here.
I was here. When?
She's just a schizophrenic guy.
Wait,
That's what I was like afraid of. You
wait,
know?
what time of day was this?
It was like
8.
No, it was light out. That's all I know.
And what day was it?
I don't know.
Is it
I try not
Tuesday?
to remember too much about that day because it
It was me. No.
I'm just saying maybe this whole area is haunted because I have cousins that live like on the other side, like 2 houses down. And apparently,
They're like right there.
yeah, she
Really?
says that her house is haunted by like this little kid. Like apparently, like she'll hear someone like a little kid's laugh, and that apparently one time she brought someone over, and she was telling him about the kid and stuff, and she was asking her like aren't you scared and stuff? She's like, well, no, you just get used to it and whatnot. And apparently she was going down to sit down with a friend, and as she was gonna go sit down, the chair got pulled out from under her, and apparently they both saw it, and she was just like, yeah, that happened every now and then.
Brushing it off.
Gosh, I wish I was that
about it.
chill with my experience. I just had like a full blown panic attack
Well, I guess
after that,
because
so I don't know.
It's little kids. Like,
Usually they say that demons put themselves off as kids.
oh yeah. I mean, if it gets worse, then yeah, maybe
Yeah,
it's like
but-
something worse.
So I'm saying maybe this whole area is, maybe y'all get
Don't
fucked.
We're
Say
on,
that.
we're on top of an Indian
say
burial
that to me.
ground.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
appreciate it.
I'm
I was already
saying,
paranoid about living in this house. You can't
She-
add that on.
I'm
to
just,
me.
She's not sleeping.
I just
tonight.
hope that.
I'm not.
Wait,
Well,
were
I'm
you
just saying, 'cause
scared about like the
the-
light flicking off and on?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
just saying.
You know,
the
just
house is
not every now
far.
and then I'm like,
The
what if
house
I
is
just
not
like
far.
open the blinds
That's
and
right there.
someone's just like
Yeah,
standing in
it's
front
right
of the
there.
blinds?
Oh my god, what do you think that?
I think I'm just crazy. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
I'm just connecting dots here, maybe, because like with her story and this story here, and maybe it's not a house thing,
Funny enough, I also
area.
have
I
cousins.
was gonna add on.
Wait, do you believe in ghosts?
For now.
No, now.
I do have a cousin
Well, it was
that
like,
experienced
it
something.
was just fucking weird. I just felt it right in my ears.
So I overheard this conversation, so I can't remember all the details because it wasn't part of it. Anyways, yeah, my cousin moved houses, and they were talking about the old house, how it was supposedly haunted, and like picture frames will fall off the walls, and in one instance, they had their kids in one room, and one of the parents, or I think my cousin or her boyfriend, like they saw a little kid running in the hallway away from like the room where the kids were. So she went to see like if like the kids were still there, and yeah, they were still there. So they don't know what that other child was.
And they like heard the footsteps. They're, like,
No, they saw it. They saw
She was
something
like,
running
I don't have kids.
running out of the room, but they were still there. And like there's other stuff like that. They seen like little girl and like just kids in general. And like yeah, they were talking about that. I was overhearing a little bit about it.
You were eavesdropping.
I was alone in a corner watching.
So you know,
In your
if you
natural
ever
state.
see him alone in a corner, he's probably eavesdropping on your
What else do I
conversation.
do? Just like I'm not hearing. I'm like,
yeah,
Just
mind
your
your
natural
business.
state.
Put your
I'm
earplugs in.
observant. That was my story. What about you?
Has anyone seen that story of like
No.
that piñata in Mexico? That,
Oh,
like,
yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Viva
Piñata
Piñata.
shop?
I
Yes,
love that
the
shit.
shop,
grows
but
hair?
the thing that keeps like moving, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Heck no, I'm effing scared. You see the pictures? Like there's
Yeah,
actually a
it
creature there or
I highly
something?
doubt.
I think that was faked, but it's so creepy.
Speaking of
I don't know.
Mexico,
It's weird, man.
there is this painting, and I found it online. There's a painting of a little boy leaning against a wall, I think, or
That's just Xavier.
no, and like the kid is
Yeah,
like
asshole.
crying, I think.
It's
And it's like a creepy story. Not like a creepy story, a tragic story about the kid, like he died in a fire or something like that. And I saw it online, and when I saw it, it looked very familiar. I'm like, I've seen this picture before.
It was you.
No, and it reminded me of a picture my grandma has in her living room back in
Shut
Mexico.
the freak up.
And I've seen that picture and it always caught my attention. I always just stare at it because it looks so interesting. And I saw the picture and I'm like, is that the same picture? Does she have the picture? Or is that a copy? Or like, yeah, I just thought about it.
That's
It's you.
so weird.
Yeah, I could probably find it real quick.
Turns out it's just
Racist.
commonplace, dude.
Maybe, but like, why? It has a really tragic backstory.
That's why.
Isn't that something you just buy? Like, oh, I want to.
Oh, I
picture
want
of a
this
dick kid.
random piece
Some
of
people
art
do
that
that.
looks like an 8th grader drew it.
Some people do that.
Oh god. Anyways, that's another story
I
of
think
mine.
adding on to what Cameron
Are
said, there's like a thing in Japan.
What's your story?
What's your
Oh,
story?
that story.
No,
No more
he's
stories
saying,
for
he's
me
saying it
anymore.
right now.
Are
There
we
you go.
finally
No
reading
story.
the?
Yeah, prepare for it.
So I'm gonna read what it. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait,
There's
where's
a-
that Japan?
There was a doll in Japan that had the same like characteristics.
No
It was
way.
like grown hair.
Really?
It was. You can look at it. It's called the Okiku doll or some
A doll?
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
so was it?
It was a little doll, and it's like, and you can look it up. Basically, a little girl died, and she took on the persona of the doll, and this doll would haunt, and it would literally grow hair and grow teeth, and it was so like weird, and they had like proof of it actually growing hair and teeth and shit like that, and they still to this day don't know what the fuck even happened. You can look it up.
Okiku doll.
Okiku doll. They made a whole game about it, and I fucked it up.
You failed?
Oh, hell no.
I know.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, I'm looking at
Can
one.
I
I
see
saw
it?
another one. No, this is not it. This is not it.
Oh.
Oh, make sure you spell it right, because they'll pull up some not safe for work material.
No, it's not that. Oh, that's creepy as hell.
Oh, okay, good job.
Are we?
I want to see the real thing.
No, this is
Yeah,
not it.
yeah,
This
that
is
one.
something
Don't
else.
look at it, because you'll get haunted for the rest of your life.
Okay, thanks.
Martin, you son
I'm
of a
just kidding.
bitch!
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're
Pull
only.
the picture
Now
up
you
now,
tell us
Sharon. He's gonna pull a picture right now.
Literally at it right now.
This is not it. This is not it. It's something else I was fighting. Like,
If you don't send it to 5 of your best
Wait, you know what
friends,
that
If you don't
little-
send
wait,
the
but
photo
the
to 5
painting-
friends,
No, it's not.
I'll beat
Apparently,
your
I'm just
ass.
going through like.
son of a bitch. Yo, Kiko doll will find you. He'll beat your ass.
I'm kidding. Now this
Wait,
picture.
that's not the painting.
That's not it.
else?
That's not it. That's
No, I think it's funny because that little boy in that picture looks like
shit.
this unsolved case of a boy that was found in a box or something. I remember I watched it on like BuzzFeed Unsolved. It was one of their first
I'll
episodes.
drop the phone.
It was like this little boy was found in a box and he was like unidentified and everything, but it looks like that.
I don't know where this is from. I was just looking through.
Are we finally getting back to the story?
We're never getting back to the story now.
Yeah, you might as well give up on that idea.
You know, I heard this.
Well, you know, if you read this though, well, this is
You want to read it?
Oh,
It has to be like
Just give it.
super like.
Bro,
We were finally
one
getting
time
to
at
Call
the
of the Void
station,
Part
I was
1.
browsing on the internet and I came across a
Start again.
website. It was called A World in Numbers or Graphs of the World.
Can you get copyright?
Something like that.
Maybe.
yes.
It was a website
No.
Say every other word
accumulating
that we don't
different
get
statistics about the world. How many cars have been produced so far? How many TVs sold? How many emails have been sent in that year? One counter really stood out for me. It showed how many people committed suicide that year. As I was watching,
What?
the quite large number was increasing over time, one by one. Then again, then again, then again. During my visit, the number of people who killed themselves increased by 10. 10 people who I didn't know. 10 people whose name will most likely be forgotten just to be a number in a statistic. 10 people have died. I only remember that the thought of it was, well, disturbing. Their death could have been avoided. They surely had family, friends, nurse, or any other human being. Or any other human being who was by their side and could have helped them. These individuals, whose personalities and experiences will never be shared with the rest of the world, are now gone forever. Because they couldn't take it anymore. I remember that it made me think. What could make a person end his or her life? What is the line that after crossing it makes you do it? Well, sometimes it's built up. The many troubles, with their even increasing number, easily crush anybody. Or sometimes a sentence is enough. A gesture, or a thought. A simple instinct like sudden thought. I remember asking myself, but how would a simple thought be this powerful? How can a thought shut down logic and close down someone into a box, not letting them think outside of it? Where does it come from? Why is it so strong? What is that thought?
Popcorn Read 1. It's a cloudy day on the campus.
So this bitch Cindy Miller apparently.
So this bitch coming off in traffic. There was no threat of rain and temperature. There was no threat of rain and temperature that was high enough to wear only shirts. Maybe a thin jacket. This is a really important part of the story, by the way. It's coming right in part 3. However, this wasn't the case for the girl who was cooler than a north wind.
Oh.
Colder than a north wind.
No, you said cooler. Colder.
I
You
don't
said
know.
cooler.
This is like the weirdest fanfic ever written.
Right? It's
This was
something.
caused by the loss of blood. Her dislocated jaw left wide open, but the recognizable upheld cheek suggested she was beyond happy as she was falling. Her face was frozen, maybe forever, in that unknown euphoria that I had to somehow find out the cause of, and most importantly, the reason of her death. Pop. No, I was kidding. I'll read the next paragraph.
What?
I hated this case. Young people ending their life is never pretty. I saw way too many of them. By the time I was why did you make me laugh, Ricardo? You looked at me and smiled, and I was like, damn, Ricardo.
I didn't do anything.
I hated this
Why'd
case.
you take that pause?
Bro, I hated this case.
It was a for effect.
I hated the case. Young people ending their life, shitty. Saw way too many of them. Fucking assholes. By the time I acquired an expression which you can associate with boredom or tiredness, but I just resigned. I cared for so many people so much, crushed my spirit. I said I'm gonna get the fuck out of this place. Just like the girl's body on the pavement.
Gosh.
Damn.
What?
Ricardo, you want to take it away from me?
Ask the female officer next to me quietly.
I asked the woman cop,
We know you have to do the voice.
what do we know
No,
about her?
higher.
He's not saying, he's asking the lady. What do we know about her? I asked the cop
Okay.
next to me as I kneeled down, further examining the girl's expression.
Okay.
All you need to know about Cindy Miller is that she's single. She's 21 years. Stop her.
What?
I'm trying to. She's 21 years old. She was learning philosophy, and then she got kicked out. Always the quiet ones, always the biggest show. Maybe we could examine the body at the morgue, said the coroner
Where she got kicked out?
when she got kicked out. Damn, that's deep. Thank you, Juan. One officer couldn't look and walked away with a wide face. Did she had surgery?
Did she have surgery or big wounds on her torso from previous accidents?
I asked
She
the
had
female
surgery.
officer.
Why?
The body doesn't spit out its containment this easily after falling down from this height.
I stood up and cleaned my hand with a tissue, not taking my eyes off of the dead.
The body bounces.
The arms and legs get twisted. Some blood comes from the nose.
I shouldn't be laughing at this.
I know.
The organs get completely smashed and the skull breaks like a nut under the hammer.
Clothes are fired.
The clothes are fine.
Or fine.
The body remains in an uncomfortable position.
I was immersed in describing the normal outlook of a body that. Are we not doing that one?
Yes,
Where are we?
That's where we're at.
Oh.
I was immersed in describing the normal
I can't
look
read it.
out. Oh, look out.
What did you say?
Outlook.
Outlook is better.
I'm sorry. Of a body that normally died from falling. It was from experience. I took a glance at the officer with the notes who looked at me with a horrified expression. She wanted to say something to stop my monologue, but a man in a suit walked onto the scene. I'm sorry for the interruption, said the man
I'm
without
sorry
a
for the
apology.
interruption.
But how long?
But how long would the investigation take?
This event is generating quite specific conversations.
This event is generating
Leave me alone.
quite the fucking spectacle for the students, which makes both teaching and learning impossible.
He motioned with his hands toward the group of students who were trying to get a peek at the dead body behind the cordons and other officers. It all depends on how cooperative you are, Mr. Dean, I answered, looking back at the corpse.
I'm always willing to help.
Tell this to the previous 4 students who committed suicide in this month. I turned toward the dean. As far as I can see, those students are all killing themselves from overwork
Fuck
and
them
overpaying.
hoes.
For these.
He mumbled.
I can't. You skipped. You skipped.
What do you mean? That's the next line.
No, I didn't finish this. This is a fucking mess.
I interrupted you.
I will have no part of this.
We should have done the 2
Go.
sentence scary stories.
We're at yes, I answered with alongside the 5th.
It's I dare.
It's I
See.
dare.
Oh, I dare.
What?
See.
It's at the
You-
I
This
You
is
dare.
the longest
fucking
story of my
skipped
life.
I dare to say.
You're not British. What? You gained an accent at the end.
I also know that you lobbied to organize the quarterfinals of the college football here.
And you would rather keep the good image of the university rather than deal with its problems.
I didn't raise my voice, nor my hands for dramatic posturing. That's not me.
Juan
That's not
did.
that kind of guy.
He's the
I was,
narrator.
I was capable of inducing fear in the man without lifting a finger. So much that he had to step back and bump into the officer. Fuck the police. Who let him here? Alright, whatever the dean said. Find the courage to speak.
Whatever.
Just make sure that there's nothing left after you finished.
I'll finish all right.
Oh shit.
That's not part 3.
And with his remaining dignity, he finished.
This is the fifth student. The officer.
You're the officer. You're the officer.
The way you said it.
Can I be OJ?
You're the officer. Right
I don't
there.
know where I-
Right there
Where's
at the
the
top.
officer?
On the top.
I'm not
This is
lying.
the
I'm
fifth
not
student? Is
OJ.
that-
Yeah, go.
This is the 5th student. I asked the
Ask
officer.
the officer writing
Sorry.
her notes. That is long.
What's going on?
Nah, this is a whole
Skip
novel.
forward,
Nah,
skip forward.
nah.
Skip to the end.
Dude, this is the longest book
Okay,
I've ever
okay,
read in my
okay, okay.
life,
That
dude.
is the shortest.
This has
book
one
I've ever
comment.
read in
Did
my
you
life.
find anything?
How do you
do
know?
This is
Never
one of
mind.
my posts.
Said Victoria on the
Victoria.
line. Yes, I believe I found someone. His name, Martin Ricard. He is an athlete and was friend with one of the deceased. Matches the
I don't even wanna
description.
look at
He
my
tried to
history.
qualify for different competitions but
As-
didn't
at
have
the
any
sport-
luck. Where is he
now?
now?
Where is he now?
At the
Where's he now?
sports center. He's having practice.
I'll
I'll
go.
go.
If
You
you
can
find
find
him.
him.
Stop him.
I said it.
I
up
said
on her.
hang
Hang
up
up
on
on
her.
Before I stood up from my table, I tried to remember again what I
What's
saw.
going on?
Only one image was so vivid in my memory that it was practically burned in my head. The bright light with the little black point in the middle of it.
Alright, we're banging now. Bar
Yeah,
guys,
I got it.
Twilight Zone. There we go. Theme.
I
Autobot.
hope you felt tingles in your spine and that you carved your
Damn, it
pumpkins
just
and
canceled
had
us.
your pumpkin spice lattes.
Wait. I just want to give a quick shout out to the writer. No
Having
Sleep
had.
Autobot.
Happy Halloween.
The
And go Astros.
Go Astros.
Feliz Navidad.
Fuck the fans. Fuck Paw Patrol. Fuck the
Fox.
Text the rich.
It looks like there's more of the story. Click here.
I'm gonna
Stop
click here.
Alright.
How did it end?
I'll go find him.
So
Stop.
perfect. I was about to move.
Bye.
Goodbye.